Michael, this was something that kind of reconnected us on Twitter, right? And made me reach out again about having you on the show, was this James Webb thing, because I saw you had posted about it. And we had done a video about this, the James Webb and this non-human object headed for Earth and all this stuff. And it was like, oh, they're saying this is happening. That's not what we said in our video. Just, we were discussing a journalist who said he had a source that was saying this, and we don't know. And we were just discussing the topic. And I found as time has gone by, I've realized, there's a lot of stuff about James Webb that people just have never heard of, don't know about. There's all these things. And I personally don't believe there's any object headed for Earth and we need to be worried. I don't believe any of that rumor. But I found this article in Newsweek, and it's just one example of like how much James Webb is out there discovering. And I just think maybe there could be some confusion or writing the backs of some of these discoveries and making it kind of masking it as being something else. Because this is just one example here of Newsweek talking about James Webb. This just came out today, I think. Oh, no, it says update. Oh, yeah, it says published. Talking about this new strange galaxy, right? This light that had been discovered. And look at this beautiful picture of a blob. Like, I don't know, what am I supposed to do with this picture? But it is interesting.
I'm just reading the caption. The galaxy, it captured the light we see in the images come from the galaxy's hot gas rather than its stars. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, it's this kind of, right, this guy says, my first thought in looking at the galaxy spectrum was, that's weird, right? Which is exactly what the Webb telescope was designed to reveal. So totally new phenomenon, early universe. Again, Oxford University, bizarre light signature, right? And that's some of the stuff that was talked about in our stream and things like that. So I just think I don't want people getting worried or whatever, kind of taking it as fact that there is something from James Webb. Again, I just think James Webb is out there and there's all these things happening that nobody knows about, right? You're not looking into it, but if you just do a quick Google search of James Webb and you see, oh, there's all kinds of things popping off with this and other telemetry or other like telescopes that we're using and whatever systems out in space. So anyway, I don't know.
So
what did you think about the James Webb
that I keep hearing that we talked about?
Yeah.
There's two of them. One is that James Webb discovered, or actually, I think the original rumor is that the ESA, the European Space Agency, at least a couple of years ago, maybe longer, detected what they're calling techno-signatures, and that the James Webb Space Telescope has confirmed those, and that Congress has been briefed about this. That's the first rumor. The second rumor is the one that you just said, that there's some massive, and that's always the word that's used, massive object 10 light years out that has been braking and showing maneuvers, and it's not human and it's heading in our direction. That's the second rumor. I don't necessarily put credence in either of those rumors, but I am interested in how those rumors started, who's repeating them, why they're repeating them, and what if sort of any truth is related to either and or both of those rumors. And I'm no longer, like, I don't know, a few years ago, I would have just dismissed both of those things entirely out of hand. Now, I don't dismiss them entirely out of hand. I still think they're incredibly unlikely. But the fact that, I don't know, this stuff just keeps circulating, I just want to know why. Like, what is it? And it is true that the James Webb Space Telescope did find that chemical in planet Kepler 12b that is only produced on Earth as, by organic material, and therefore there's life on this, and they're doing further tests like that. That's all true. But there's certainly been no confirmation of any sort of extraterrestrial life, let alone techno-signatures. But I remain open to it, both because I think it's possible and also because it's just so fun.
Yeah, absolutely. No, for sure. The techno-signature is interesting to me because that's a planet that Simon Holland on my show was talking about. Okay, maybe this planet,
that's
maybe
the British
techno-signature. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And the other one is definitely just a source saying something, you don't know who. And yeah, I agree. It's interesting. What is it? I even think the other discovery that you were talking about, the biosignature, right? That is super fascinating to me. That's and they're trying to confirm that, because that would be the closest thing we would have to sort of, you know, other life on another planet. Because it's not just that we're trying to confirm intelligent life outside of our planet. We're just life in general. Is there an amoeba somewhere else, right? Is
Yeah,
there
we've
just
never
a
proven that.
something? Yeah, something, a plant somewhere else. Like, we can't even prove that, like, which is, I find absolutely fascinating, to be honest with you.
Fascinating that we haven't been able to confirm that yet.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah,
Even
but I
in
mean,
our own solar system, not one planet has a little plant on it. We're the, like, a little something, little blade of grass, like there's
yeah,
a little water dry, that's, I guess there's water with ice and stuff and Europa and things like that.
Mars
Yeah,
apparently is filled with water,
yeah,
huge oceans.
sure. And the moon, we found
Mhm.
water on the
Yeah.
moon, and yeah, it's like, I guess just that specific um
Well, when you consider like
fact.
sort of how far we've come technologically in such a short time, it makes sense to me that we wouldn't be able to confirm it yet. But I think it seems to me it will be confirmed in fairly short order. I would imagine within the next few years. And if we don't find anything, that's also super interesting. Like either scenario is super, like that's the thing that's so great to me about this topic is whatever the explanations, they're fascinating. I don't care if it's the most prosaic explanation in the world. The US has top secret tech and has been hiding it for decades. Okay, well, that's fascinating. And I want to know about it.
Yeah,
You
I
know, like
agree.
that's
I
and
agree.
there's been some sort of, enormous psyop on the American population and the global population. Like, okay, I want to know that,
Yeah,
whatever the explanation for these things is, or whatever explanations there are for these things. Like, I
that's what
want
I
to
think.
know.